Hi guys, this is Charlie, and today we're reading Chapter 2 of Amelia Bedelia Unleashed. So let's go! Chapter 2. Have you seen my baby? For a few seconds, Amelia Bedelia felt like she was a prisoner in the family photo that her parents enclosed with each Christmas card they sent. But now she was actually alive. While her mom and dad were frozen in time, their mouths were open, their forks were right in front of their open mouths. Only their eyes moved, darting back and forth. They looked at each other. They looked at Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia looked at her mom, then at her dad. Her parents looked back at her, then at each other, then back at her again. Her parents may not have uttered a word, but their faces were talking at 90 miles an hour. Their faces grew round, then narrow. Their mouths opened, closed, then opened again. Her parents reminded Amelia Bedelia of the fish she had seen on the class trip to the aquarium. Finally, Amelia Bedelia could stand it no longer. "What's wrong?" she asked. "You guys look panicked. It's not like I asked for you something important, like a bigger allowance." Amelia Bedelia's mother closed her mouth, then opened it again, and said, "A baby is much more bigger than money." "I was joking," said Amelia Bedelia. "Was I wrong to ask about a baby?" "No," said her mother. "Not at all. We're just a little surprised," said her dad. Asking for a baby was a bolt out of the blue. Before Amelia Bedelia could ask him what nuts and bolts had to do with their babies, her mother asked, Is your class at school having a lot of babies?" "Of course not," said Amelia Bedelia. "But their mothers sure are. Last week, Angel became a big sister for the second time. Clay, Roger, and Chip became big brothers this year. Joy has an older brother, and now she's getting a little sister. And today my teacher told us that she is going to have a baby this summer." "How wonderful," said Amelia Bedelia's mother. "I'm so excited for Miss Finley." "Our whole class is," said Amelia Bedelia. "But I'd like to be excited for you. And I want people to be excited for me because I'm going to be a big sister." "Aha," said her father. "Now I know what started all this talk about babies." Amelia Bedelia nodded. "I'd be fine with boy or girl, a bolt out of the blue or out of the pink," she said. Just then Amelia Bedelia's eyes lit up. That's when her mother got really worried. Amelia Bedelia's mother knew that whenever Amelia Bedelia's eyes lit up, real trouble was ahead. As her mother braced herself for what was next, she took a big drink of water. "I got it," announced Amelia Bedelia. "You can have twins, a boy and a girl." Her mom sputtered, coughed, and sprayed water all over the plate and the table. "Gee, Mom," said Amelia Bedelia, "is that how a lady is supposed to drink?" Amelia Bedelia's mother was coughing too much to reply, but she gave Amelia Bedelia a look that told her she was a tiny baby step away from being sent to her room. Amelia Bedelia's father jumped up and ran over to his wife, patting her on the back to help her breathe. Bing bong went the doorbell. Who could that be?" wheezed Amelia Bedelia's mother. "It's dinner time." Amelia Bedelia said her dad. Would you answer the door?" "What was the question?" said Amelia Bedelia. Dad shook his head. "The question is, who is at the door? Just go and see who it is and tell them it's dinner time." "Okay," said Amelia Bedelia. "Would you like me to invite whoever it is in for supper?" "No," said her mom and dad together. Amelia Bedelia headed for the door. On her way, she heard her father whisper, "Whew, saved by the bell." How could a bell save someone? Amelia Bedelia wondered. She glanced back at her parents. They were whispering the way she did in class when she tried to pass urgent news to her friends before Miss Finley turned around and caught them talking. Now Amelia Bedelia knew how Miss Finley felt. She felt like a teacher catching a couple of whispers. Bing bong, bing bong, bong. Amelia Bedelia's parents looked up and realized that she had been watching them. Amelia Bedelia pointed at them and said, "You've been saved twice." Then she walked on her way to the front door. When she got there and peeked out the window, Amelia Bedelia saw a woman pacing back and forth on the front porch. Amelia Bedelia opened the front door. The woman peered at Amelia Bedelia through the screen door and urgently asked, "Have you seen my baby?" Chapter 3 is called A Furry Compromise. See ya!